And welcome back to our Sports Talk Radio in front of a live audience. So happily take any questions. I'm Cooper Cunning along with Tomas and Patrick. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about the NFL. 78 days from right now is when this 2023 season will kick off. And, of course, last year ended in a fantastic playoffs and Super Bowl. So, guys, who do you think is going to get back to the Super Bowl starting with the National Football Conference, the NFC?
I think the Eagles have a great chance of repeating. I think this is an incredibly talented roster that only got better this offseason. I think adding DeAndre Swift in that draft class, and along with the draft class, I think the Eagles are primed for another Super Bowl run.
For sure. Patrick, thoughts?
Yeah, definitely the Eagles. But if I'm going to pick an upset team here, I'm going to probably say the Detroit Lions. I think they've done a lot these last few months here and really have been able to make their team a lot better. So I'm going to pick the Lions. But, of course, I think the Eagles are, but Lions are my little sleeper team.
For sure, Lions were close to the playoffs last year, and those fans really could use a run back to the playoffs. And I say we have some questions. I want to talk about the AFC, but first, let's get some questions from the audience.
Yeah, so my question is a broad NFL question, but I like to cater more towards the NFC. So we saw the Seahawks last year, and Geno Smith having an incredible year out of absolutely nowhere. People thought the Seahawks were going to be one of the worst teams in the league, and they ended up being one of the better teams in the league, almost won a playoff game. So who do you guys think is going to be that type of team this year that has a quarterback that maybe isn't the biggest to name or people don't think is very good? For me, I'm looking at two teams, both in the NFC South. I'm looking at New Orleans. I'm looking at Tampa Bay. Do I think they'll be great? No, but I could definitely see a guy like Derek Carr or Baker Mayfield having a big year. What do you guys think?
I actually am taking a team from the NFC South. I actually think the Carolina Panthers could be a very solid team this year. They actually might be able to win that South division this year.
Right, Tomas, any ideas on that kind of question?
Yeah, I think the Chicago Bears are a team that could be a surprise for everyone. I think the development of Justin Fields will be a big factor in that, but I think they should be able to make a playoff run.
Right, and we've mentioned a lot of NFC teams, so as our show continues, I'd like to hear you guys' take on the AFC. Who we think is going to come out of the AFC? Will it be the Chiefs again or a new team?
I actually do not think it'll be the Chiefs. I'm actually going to take the LA Chargers. I think the Chargers are looking like a very good team this year. Keenan Allen, Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, and their defense is really good with J.C. Jackson also out there. So I think the Chargers is my pick.
Right, Chargers are a good team. Before we get to some live questions, Tomas, real quick, AFC thoughts?
I think the Cincinnati Bengals are going to win the AFC. I think this is an incredibly talented team that was only 3 points away from beating the eventual Super Bowl champions, and I think they can get over the hump this year.
Right, the Bengals have been good, trying to go over the hump, like you said. Let's get some questions.
All right, I'm a Jets fan. What do you think Aaron Rodgers' impact is going to be on the team?
All right, guys, thoughts, Aaron Rodgers?
I think the Jets will definitely be a playoff team this year. I don't know if they're going to win their division, but I'm going to say around 11-6, 12-5 here for them.
Tomas?
I think the Jets are going to struggle this season. I think Aaron Rodgers is certainly an upgrade over Zach Wilson. However, the AFC is incredibly difficult, and I don't think the Jets have enough talent to get into the AFC playoffs.
Right, the Jets, of course, do need possibly more than just Aaron Rodgers to win. Look at the Jets. They got a tough division. Real quick, time is wrapping up. We mentioned the Jets. Who do you think is going to win the AFC East real quick before we go to commercial break?
Definitely Buffalo. I think Buffalo's got one or two more years just to try to win that division, maybe even win the Super Bowl.
Right, Buffalo's won that division a few times in a row now. Quick thoughts, Mosh?
I think it's the Miami Dolphins' year.
Dolphins, that would be a huge win for them to make the playoffs as the AFC East representative. I'm Cooper Cunning along with Patrick and Tomas. Call in on 215-592-9494 on Sports Talk Radio. Back after this.